these are the people I don't want to deal with. Even while growing up, I remember I had friends amongst them.
Yeah.
But another thing that would keep driving is your determination.
Yes.
I do not want to live this kind of life.
Hello viewers, you are welcome to today's episode on Time Out with Lima, proudly brought to you by Dimet Media, and I am your host, Shafetai Alima. On today's episode, we have an amazing guest, a public speaker, a therapist, and more. She will tell you about that herself. So, kindly welcome with me, Miss Adigun Oluwabunmi Modinat. You are welcome to the show, ma.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yes. I just read a part of your biography, and I decided not to finish. So tell us what you do, who you are, where you are from. We don't mind.
Okay. Thank you. I'm Adigun Modinat Oluwabunmi, and most people call me Munawwarah, and I'm fine by that. I'm an occupational therapist. Munawwarah means light.
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 Okay.
I am an occupational therapist that deal with people. I rehabilitate and treat individuals living with disabilities, both young and adults living with disabilities like cerebral palsy, cerebrovascular disease, that is stroke, and the likes, and the mental part of it. I am also the founder and the executive director of the Pure Mind, an organization that focuses on, a non-governmental organization that focuses on the boy child. Like everything that has to do with the male child, because we have a lot of organizations that are focusing on female child, so we've neglected the boy child. Meanwhile, when we go to the streets, we see more boys.
Right.
The touts, more boys. The hoodlums, even those that are doing robberies, we have more boys. So we need to start seeing to their matters and stop sidelining them. That is why we've decided to go into the affairs of the boy child. And yes, I am a proud Mushin breed, because I was born and brought up in Mushin, Akala to be precise, the ghetto part of Mushin.
Thank you. From the biography, you should know the topic we are talking about today. So today we are discussing the topic is the approach of providing treatment to boys facing drug addiction more favorable than resorting to punishment. And like my guest said, she's an occupational therapist, and she'll be sharing more light on this topic. So, Miss Munawwarah, when we talk about drug addiction in general, what comes to your mind?
Those who are addicted to drug.
Right.
Those who take drug. Those who they sleep and wake up in drugs.
Yeah,
different types of drugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like, drugs are a lot. So,
yes,
which type of drug?
This one we are talking about presently is those drugs that affect their mental, like colos, shisha, and the likes.
The shisha affect mental?
Yes, it does. It affects them, and it's not even good for the health.
Well, some people say, though I've not taken it before, but according to my society, they said it used to have this flavor that you'll be tasting like a sweet or something.
That is what they are tasting there, but it has an effect on their body.
Right. So, like the main topic now is if treatment is more favorable than punishment. We know that most drug addicts in our society now, the government tends to like punish them instead of giving them that punishment, knowing where this drug addiction thing starts from. So I just wanted to talk about that briefly. Your own take regarding that, and what treatment you feel like they should provide to drug addicted people.
Well, basically, I feel the olden days, what they do most times is punishment. Yeah. And to a large extent, I feel it doesn't really work.
Right.
Because when you tie them down, you punish them just because they are dealing with things you do not want them to deal with.
Yeah.
It has an effect on them. And at the end of the day, they even they run away from the house.
Yeah.
We have a lot of them inside our ghetto here in Mushin. So basically, I feel the treatment approach is better.
Yeah.
It now depends on how you want to go about the approach itself. Because even to them, the treatment approach to a drug addict is a punishment.
Right.
If you take a drug addict to a rehabilitation center, to him, it is a punishment. Probably later, if it has now bettered the person's life, and I feel, okay, you've done a great job in his life. But at that moment, it is a punishment for the person. It's like just reinforcing a young child. Hello, if you do this, I'll give you rice. If you don't, because you know this boy likes cheese ball, for example. If you do this, I give you cheese ball. If you don't do it, even if the child does not do it, and you don't give the child cheese ball, to the child, you are wrong, like it is a punishment. So we have the reinforcement itself. The positive and the negative reinforcement is a punishment to the drug addicts.
Like you said, that this sometimes treatment looks like punishment. Right, but I feel like this victim of drug addict of a thing, most of them are due to circumstances, due to the environment they grew up in, due to peer pressure, what their friends is doing, what they are seeing people doing. What do you have to say about that?
Well, yes, to a large extent. Environment is one. Parental care is another one.
Okay.
You are living in that environment with your parents. I grew up in such environments. I grew up inside smoke, sleeping and waking inside smoke.
Right.
And one thing I noticed is, while growing up, our parents do not really care. We have some parents who care. They are always on their neck.
I'm a victim.
Even with those parents that care, they still tend to have kids and children that are still drug addicts.
Yes.
And we have some people whose parents
that's the path some children will choose.
Now, one thing I want to really emphasize is the fact that it is my child.
Right.
My child has to, my child shouldn't do this. My child should not. So you're already taking care of your own child.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this child that you are taking care of will still meet other children at every level of their life.
Right.
They are going to the same school within the same environment.
Yeah.
They will meet these kids inside their school. You are going to the same mosque. You are going to the same church within the same environment. Right. They will make friends. So through that, they are getting influenced by each other. Right. So that is one thing we need to look into as well. The fact that you don't tend to your own children alone. You have to encourage and motivate other children as well. It is not just about you, because it is a cycle.
Right.
That is one thing about it. And another thing is, yes, the environment, peer pressure. And it still boils down to what kind of friends you chose to mingle with.
Right.
You can decide to, these are the people I don't want to deal with. Even while growing up, I remember I had friends amongst them.
Yeah.
But another thing that would keep driving is your determination.
Yes.
I do not want to live this kind of life. I do not want to have this kind of life. Sleeping and drinking in this environment.
Yeah, I want to brand yourself. It's not everybody that do that.
Yeah, that's true. It takes the grace of God.
Yes.
It takes the grace of God.
And
another thing is, exposure is one of those things as well.
Yes.
Parents should always try to expose their kids.
Yes.
Take them out. Let them see life beyond that environment. People we are looking up to in that environment, and people who are dealing with drugs, they are buying big cars. They are building houses.
There are some parents that it's been long they took their kids to maybe eateries, amusement park, all these fun places. And when I ask them this question, that please, why are you always at home? Money. The economy too is not really favorable to people. Like you said the other time about rehabilitation center, if a drug addict knows that he or she is supposed to go to a rehabilitation center to heal up this thing, even if they want to, sometimes the money, where's the money? Rehabilitation centers are not free, or are they? They are not. So sometimes what comes to their mind is the money, and that's why they will just choose to continue living that life.
I'm sure the money they are taking would not kill them. Would you not rather get the money to provide a better life for your child?
No, you said you talked about parenting. Now, if the parents were there, I don't think the money should be a problem. But most of these people, they are far from home.
I think that is where the government needs to come in as well.
Yeah.
We need more of rehabilitation centers. If the government can come in and because I've not really thought about a way to curb the drug itself.
Yeah.
But if the government can come in, take them, one or two people. There was an organization that used to come to our environment then when I was young. They call them God Bless Nigeria. What they do is they come through food.
Yes.
These guys need food.
Yes.
They come in, they bring food. So when they bring food, they pack them. Who knows? Only God knows. But I feel they take it, okay, when I've grown up now, I understand the fact that probably they took them for rehabilitation.
Yeah.
By the time they come back, they just come back one or two times to the environment and they look changed.
Yeah.
Like they are now feeding well, they are doing something, they've skilled them up. So I think that is one of the approach. In fact, that is one of the best approach to use in this, to the lives of these drug addicts. You have to take them out of the environment, rehabilitate them. In the course of rehabilitating them, you give them a skill to survive on.
Yes.
You cannot just rehabilitate them and still bring them back into the same environment without having anything to survive on. They would still go back to the same thing.
Yeah. No, you said the other time that you're a male child advocate and you're the organizer of the Pure Mind.
Yes.
What did they do in Pure Mind?
Basically, we deal with the affairs of the boy child.
Right.
I remember we had a project then in Ilaje, where we we sensitize them, we skill them up. Boys in Ilaje, boys that are not even going to school. They are not interested. Some are drug addicts. Some as young as 14 years old, they are into robbery. So we did a 4-month skill acquisition program, and in the course of that skill acquisition program, we brought different personnel to talk to them on life topics like financial intelligence, emotional intelligence, drug abuse itself, and the like. Skills, those things that would actually take them through the journey of self-discovery, because they need to discover themselves as well. While they are,
that's what I'm saying. That rebranding is not easy. People need to discover themselves. How can they come across this thing? How can they sit and say, okay, I want to do this? It's not even possible in the first place. But what can aid this thing? What are the things that can aid it?
We need more of sensitization programs. There won't be anything wrong in going inside the ghetto and saying, today we want to. Despite the fact that they are drug addicts, so they want to discuss about this.
Yes.
And you have to
just organizing programs.
Exactly. They have leaders amongst themselves.
Yes.
You just have to meet the leaders. We want to organize a program amongst these things. There's even nothing wrong in going to that same environment and saying, okay, we want to train them on barbing today. Who is interested in barbing? Want to do barbing? Who is interested in these skills? There are some skills that do not even cost anything. It's just for you to get 1 or 2 equipment and they are good.
Right. You're good. Like you said, one of the things that you feel should be a treatment to this addiction of a thing is rehabilitation center, the government providing more rehabilitation center
that is more accessible instead of being in the psychiatric because of the stigmatization.
And this the skill acquisition of
the sensitization program, rehabilitation and skilling them up.
When we talk about rehabilitation centers now, did you know any rehabilitation center can recommend for this drug addicts?
Okay, the 2 rehabilitation centers I know presently is associated with psychiatric hospital.
Right.
There is one at the National Psychiatric Hospital, Neuro Psychiatric Hospital, Abeokuta. There is a drug abuse rehabilitation center. There we have the data phase 1 and the data phase 2.
But people know this now. Are people aware enough?
Well, I think one of those things is the awareness. The awareness is really low. If I had not gone to have my clinical placement, my psychiatric placement at Arrow, I wouldn't have known there is a rehabilitation center for drug addicts.
How do people? The government needs to come out now
to start creating awareness of this. And this is one of the channels through which the awareness. I'm saying it and the viewers are knowing now.
Right, even the government. So I hope this message just meets them.
So we have to create more awareness of these things, because there is another one in Yaba, Yaba Psychiatric Hospital.
But we still need more. And we need more. We need people to be more knowledgeable.
In fact, we need more that are not associated with the psychiatry hospital.
Okay.
Because I believe people tend to, the stigma that comes with psychiatry.
People don't even want to go there.
Exactly. Just be like, I'm not mad.
As a negative example.
Exactly. I'm not mad. It is right. You're right. Going for treatment and.
Right. So, when we talk about treatment now, we've concluded on rehabilitation center, sensitization program, skill acquisitions, any other,
and the awareness part.
And the awareness. The government needs to create more awareness. But you said something the other time about parenting. I feel like this thing the government cannot do it alone.
Yes, parents need to focus on their own child.
Aside parents, if you as an individual can come up with owning a foundation just for the male child, then more individuals too should try and look into this.
Well, it all boils down to passion.
Right.
It all boils down to passion to make impact. But individuals like that can actually volunteer for foundations like this. Right. Because foundations like this, the founder cannot do it alone.
Yes.
So we need more volunteers to actually make the course successful and bring it to reality.
Okay, thank you for sharing this piece of information with myself and the amazing viewers. Hope you guys learned one or two in this. And for the information, I hope those information meets the government well, because we still need more rehabilitation centers, and we need more awareness program. We need more skill acquisition program. We need more sensitization program, so we can at least curb this drug addiction of a thing. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. You can follow us on all our social media platforms. Time Out with Lima on Instagram, Time Out with Lima on TikTok, and on Facebook, our studio page Dimet Media, on YouTube Dimet TV. If you have any question for me on WhatsApp, my number will be displayed on the screen, so you can send in your questions, and for any other information as well, you can send them in. So thank you guys for watching. My guest here too, if you have any question for her, you can as well send her a message via our social media platform, and she's going to tell you that.
Okay, you can search Modinat Oluwabunmi on Facebook and on LinkedIn, and Miss Munawwarah on Instagram. Then for the Pure Mind, we are the Pure Mind on Facebook, TPM_NG on Twitter and Instagram.
Like she said, I'm a proud volunteer of the Pure Mind. She's an advocate for the male child, like she said. So you can follow the Pure Mind for more informations, because there's a lot of things, a lot of service they render on the Pure Mind Foundation. Thank you guys for watching.